I don't like wasting money. The way I'm going to go with this one is out in the Windy City, my dark horse MVP candidate to combat my guy Mike Tannenbaum. I'm going back to the well. Caleb Williams gon' do it. Drop the thunder. Matter of fact, don't just listen to me talk about why Caleb Williams could be the dark horse MVP, because I do think the number one overall pick from last year, who had a struggle of a rookie season, disappointed a lot. I like Ben Johnson coming in. I like him raising the standard. I like the weapons that they built around Caleb Williams, doubling down on getting him more pass catchers. And I also like what I heard out of Caleb Williams' mouth yesterday from Bears training camp.
Obviously, I have self goals, and that's being the first 4,000-yard passer in Bears history. That's a goal of mine. 70% completion that helps the team, keeps us on the field, puts us in better positions. And then other than that, just trying to go down and score the most points that we can with each drive that we have. So that's kind of my self goal, and obviously other than that, you got to go win. That's success for me. That's success for the team, and that's all we wish for and all I wish for.
I like his odds, man. I like Luther Burden. I like Colston Loveland. I like DJ Moore, Roma Dunze, and most importantly, I like that they upgraded the offensive line and they have a OG, a top dog play caller in Ben Johnson. CCAT plus 3,000. I'll dip my toe in it. That's all I'm saying. I'll dip my toe.
Just as I said, 20 Jalen Hurts tush-push rushing touchdowns are kind of scaled back when you consider how they got there. I almost think Caleb Williams, his passing numbers in Chicago, will be respected more because that organization simply has not had it. So 4,000 yards, it's not that spectacular whatsoever. It's just weird how that one simple organization has not been able to achieve that with their starting quarterback. So if he is able to break that arbitrary round number curse, I think people would turn their heads and look at it, especially if the Bears are a playoff team come 2025.
He's also a hell of an athlete, so he's going to add numbers on the ground, both yards and touchdowns. On top of that, I don't think – imagine the world in which Jordan Love actually has better passing numbers than Caleb Williams. I think there's a good chance Caleb Williams outperforms him through the air, given the weapons, given the play caller. We see what Ben Johnson did with Jared Goff. And also given the fact that when Caleb Williams turns around, he sees DeAndre Swift and Roschon Johnson. Those ain't exactly top dogs when it comes to running backs, whereas Jordan Love has a much better option behind him. I think it's very likely that Caleb Williams has better passing numbers than Jordan Love. We'll see what happens in the win-loss, in the record column. But on top of that, he's going to be a much better runner of the football. And he'll probably have these electric highlight plays that will drive the narrative for him as well. If he's the first Bears quarterback to cross all of these thresholds, the narrative is there, the stats will be there. The question is, will they get enough wins in year one with Ben Johnson? But if they do, check all three of those boxes, why can't Caleb Williams rise from rookie year disappointment to second year MVP? I mean, Dan Marino style. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can see it.
Certainly. And listen, I came up with this prop in terms of dark horse MVP candidates. And the more that we talk about it, the more that I think that sports books in general across the board should offer, if not, and then put three exceptions. Because in the world of golf, because Scottie Scheffler is so dominant, there are odds we can bet on this guy to win if it's not Scottie Scheffler, where you don't lose your bet if Scottie Scheffler wins that golf tournament. I feel like there should be an optionality where you don't get as juicy odds because you're not having to overcome the three-man race with Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, and Josh Allen. But if we're not considering those guys and any of these favorites to win the MVP award, Caleb Williams is a pretty good option. And